All right, going live. Test, test, test. All right, I think we're good to go. Uh, Let me find the link to this stream and I'll put it in the Facebook group. Find the link to this stream and I'll put it in the. All right. Bear with me. If you're watching this after the fact, you'll have to just fast forward past all this because I don't use YouTube enough to be all set up and plan this out right. So let me just put this link on. There's the link. All right. Got it up. I think that's it. I don't think there's any like real kind of like live dashboard. All right. So this is going to be a mix of me re-familiarizing myself with how Etsy Rank works. It's changed quite a bit since I've used it last. So let's just look around. So this is going to be half me figuring out how to use it and half me once I figure out this new sort of setup or UI because it's completely different. Seems like there's a lot more features. So I want to say, well, number one, let me check something real quick. All right. So, okay. Back to this. I want to say thanks to Edward Towndrow for letting me use his Etsy Rank account. Etsy Rank doesn't work if you don't have an active shop to plug it into. So Edward was kind enough to let me use his Etsy Rank account for this video. Appreciate it, Edward. Thank you. All right, so listings. So I think this listings tab is more for your own listings. And if anyone's watching and they're familiar with the current version of Etsy Rank, feel free to jump in the comments and say something because a lot of this is new since I used it like 4 years ago. So anyway, my house is freezing too. That's why I got the hoodie on. I got a hoodie on. I got a space heater under me. I can't get warm today. Ever since heart surgery, I'm always freezing. Hands freezing, feet freezing. Okay, so anyway, shop. Let's look through listings. So this all looks like it just applies to active listings. So the old Etsy Rank had a lot of the same stuff where you could audit your listings. You could see what it gave you for like one-word tags, for example. When one-word tags are generally considered a waste of tags because Etsy treats 1, 2, and 3-word tags the same if it catches, and you're limited by your tags. Tags being keywords. So that's why you see the red right there. Long tail keywords are best. Uh, Single keywords are super competitive and hard to rank for. So that's why you see this big old red. And what does Etsy Rank say? It's better to use multi-phrases than to load your tags with single words. For example, custom bracelet is stronger than custom and bracelet and frees up another tag for you to use. I agree. Good job, Etsy Rank. Missing tags. Anyway. Seems like all the same stuff. I won't really go through any of this. This is just me sort of familiarizing myself, like I said, because today's more about just kind of coming to grips with the new Etsy Rank, or the current layout of Etsy Rank. Not new since it's been around, and then sort of how I used Etsy Rank to find things to list. We got shop tag report, delivery status. This is all new. Delivery status, sales report spell. What's spotted on Etsy? Okay, so you can monitor keywords and it will spot where your listings are for those keywords. That's cool. I think they had a version of that back on the old Etsy Rank Pro. One thing before I get started that I installed is there's a lot more tools here. Haven't used many of them. But the one thing I did do is I went to the shortcut button and I grabbed this guy and drug it over to my hotkey bar. And what that does is, let's say that I'm on Etsy and I go to, let's look at something that Thor Baby Rattle, that everybody who has a 3D print shop sells a Thor Baby Rattle. All right, so I can take like Maker Central's ad, and then I can hit this Etsy Rank keyword, and it should bring me into Etsy to dissect this listing. So we got grade, tips, statistics. So this is, let's see what tags they're using. Sorry, I'm just reading through this real quick. They got a hashtag generator now for social media. That's pretty neat. If you're doing the social media thing, because I hate fucking doing hashtags myself. Drives me nuts. So anyway, yeah. So, like part of the time, what I'll just do when I'm looking for stuff to sell or inspiration is I'll just search Etsy, like 3D printing. So I'll see what dudes are selling. I'll find some, like this fidget slug. I didn't know that this. I think everybody is just kind of gank that slug. I don't know if that slug is shit. There's so many articulated slugs. Who the hell's the original at this point? Oh yeah. So here's one you can sell. But one thing that nobody does is nobody links to the actual. It's not the same one. It's a little bit different right there. But I highly doubt that all these guys, nobody puts the attribution tag in, even for the commercially allowed stuff. It's something I always did religiously, but I noticed like a lot of people don't do it. But anyway, friendly articulated slug star seller. Look at this guy. Well, number one, let's Let me copy this out and go back to that slug. I wanted to take a look at his shop. So, oh, where did I go? Oh, Thor's hammer. Oh, here we go. Let's go back. Yeah, so this is just one thing. I think I mentioned this in another video, but I will look at other shops for inspiration. And if I see that they're selling something, they have their sales out, but you can usually hit the reviews and get an idea. I'll sort by newest. Well, this guy is selling that slug like gangbuster. So we look at here. Here's the slugs things. And I would start looking at what keywords they're doing. So if they're already like a top selling item, a lot of times I will just put the same thing up and just use their keywords since they're already selling good. That's one method. Hold on, figure slug, the largest selection of colors, grades, types. He didn't really stuff a lot of keywords into his title. Used in description, slug. Start of the title, slug and fidget, toy and stim. So yeah, that's one thing that I would do. Look, pull listings in a nutshell. See things that sell good. I mean, this guy, look how many reviews he's getting a day for each one of these slugs. So I would find an articulated slug. This is definitely something I would personally list. It's probably as saturated as everything else, but even, if it takes you no time to really print a couple out, get some colors up, take some decent pictures, and get it listed. And even if you only sold like Etsy is just a numbers game. Even if you only sold a couple a month, when you have 100 listings of things that are only selling a couple of month, well, that's a lot of money. And eventually, in the process of doing that, you're going to hit on some like really, really, really good sellers where you're going to sell 10 a day, 15 a day, 20 a day of just one thing, because the majority of the big growth on your Etsy shop will be things that you list that slam, and then you got all the other things trickling in. So anyway, I'm kind of beating this to death. That's step one. I would keep looking through and look at shops that seem to have a lot of reviews. Like that one stood out, 2,800 reviews. Rocktopus, tend to see this all over the place now. This Rocktopus is pretty popular. 3D printed custom photos. I hated doing lithophanes myself, so I never did them. Snake fidget toy, Tesla iPhone supercharger. So I would just spend time in a day just going through Etsy at my leisure, and like I said, finding listings that are selling good. I'm surprised this guy has had to get copyright hit for that. So look at this guy. Leaves the sales open at 4,044 sales. Well, look at his number one seller. This is, he pulled it off. Pack of 25 pop vinyl wall display shelf stands. Look at that. These things probably take no time to print. Personally, I would be all over this. I wonder how it's sticking. Dude, this guy is so busy. He's not shipping for 6 to 8 weeks. I wonder if they just have a push-in nail peg in the back. Does he say how it's? Does he say how it's going in? Oh, using double-sided wall tape. Yeah. I would be putting that on my store. They're probably super fast prints, those little things. And he's selling 50 of them for 69.30, and he's selling 25 for 37.33. So if you watch this video, you just got lucky because I just showed you like, how long has his shop been around? He doesn't have any about. I don't know. He sure hit on a winner there, and you could 3D model this. I can do this in 2 seconds. Not 2 seconds. I could do it in 5 minutes, and I suck at modeling. This is so easy. No supports. Jesus. See? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'd be putting this on my store today. Let's see what keywords he's using. He's getting 6 views. So he's been. This is created in 2019. Yep. So I would basically 3D model my own version of this, or pay someone to do it if I didn't know how to do it. I would come over here and gank all his keywords and make my own listing of it. All right, so that's mimicry in a nutshell. And you don't have to feel bad doing this because everybody's doing it to everybody else. If you have something, unless it's like so unique that other people are going to have a hard time modeling it. I mean, look, here's the given. If it's on Thingiverse, yeah, you may have got lucky with the initial idea to do something, but everybody's going to copy you. You just have to have better photos. Like this guy, I would argue that his photos aren't the best. The lighting's pretty poor. Yeah, you'd have to have some Funko Pops to do that. So, obviously, this guy has a lot of Funko Pops. But yeah, you could definitely compete on lighting. 25. So he's charging. Select a size. Let's see. In the box. Out of box. So he's charging 25. $1.25. Let me just see. Where the hell's my cell phone? I'm just curious what he's charging a pop. That takes no filming at all. 37.33 divided by 25. He's charging $1.50 each for that. Totally worth it. That is a super fast print. It's an easy print. You could fill a whole bed up with these all day long. All right, so let's move on. So anyway, that's That's sort of one way I would do. The other way I would do is I would just go into trends and look there. I would go to the like trend buzz. Let's see what's trending. Gifts for her, gifts for him, personalized gifts, jewelry. Personalized gifts is hot. Let's look. Let's look gift box. I mean, there's a lot you could do with a lot of these keywords depending on how competitive they are. And there's more long tail keywords behind this. But let's say that let's go with rings. Oh man, I'm heating up now. So you got your average searches in the U.S. I think that's based off of Google Pools. Oh no, it's based off of Etsy data on 12 months of data. So 115,000 people searching. The average clicks. So the click-through rate's 73% for that keyword, and the competition is red. You don't want a red competition keyword, but what you want to do is look down here, and that's not to say that you can't look, and you can star these in Etsy Rank and start building lists with them and stuff. But let's see. When I think of things that you can 3D print, you could 3D print a ring dish, a ring holder. There's actually many things you can do. So let's open up ring dish in a new tab. And this will bring up specific stats. The click-through rate on ring dish is only at 15%, but here you start getting into more long tail keywords, which are not as much search traffic, but are easy as hell to list on the very first page, first results for stuff. So you can start looking at engagement ring dish, custom ring dish, wedding ring dish, et cetera, et cetera. Let's go back, and you got ring holder. Once again, the click-through rate, 50%. I never really paid too much attention to the click-through rate, but ring display, so you got all these different long tail keywords you can start targeting. Not to say that you can't throw in some of the really competitive ones. You can throw them in too, especially if your shop has a lot of sales and a lot of authority. But I've always found, as a newer shop, to try to hit all the keywords in the green. So we got like a ring display, and then you can dig into the specifics. Like the click-through rate on ring display is 29% or 99%, sorry. There's only, average monthly searches, sorry. So there's 610 average monthly searches. It's not a lot in the grand scheme of Etsy things, but it's, if you are ranked on the first page in the top couple rows, you're going to be looked at by those 610 people a month all the time. And those 610 people a month are clicking through almost every time for that search. The average price per product with that keyword is $24. Average weekly views. And I think even down here, you can see the top listings for that keyword. And then this can also give you ideas to go to Thingiverse with, or go to Colts 3D, or go to Yagi or STL Finder, or the thing. Like, look at this. What the hell is this? So this is ranked number 12 at $40. It gets it's been up for 37. It's only had 7 views, so let's go back up that one. Here's a ring holder dish. It only gets 0.2 views a day. Oh, that thing's been up forever. mini ring cone. So this gets 22.9 views per day. So let's look at this. Yeah, like I would probably be copying this entire listing, keywords and everything. Look at such an easy print. You could even customize these with little things and charge a lot more. What are they making out of marble? 1.75 inches. Yeah, this is easy copy. Easy copy. And then you just gank all their keywords, except for concrete ring cone. Would it sell? I don't know. Let's go back to ring holder. Am I on? What was the? Okay, yeah. So ring holder. You know, and then you can look through here. There's a lot for inspiration. And then, like, let's say, okay, you decide that ring holder is something that you want to target. Then you can go to the STL repository of your choice and search for ring holder. And then see what comes up. Look at that, Monkey Butler ring holder. Crystal ring. This would actually be pretty neat if you did it in like translucent filament. Yeah, it's no commercial, but you could do your own of that really fast. That's not hard to model at all. Or you could pay someone little money on Fiverr or somebody. Look, here's another ring holder. No commercial, but you could make this. I can make this in probably 10 minutes. And I have no skills. I'm developing some in the organic modeling front, but so anyway, you get the drift. So what I would do is with the old Etsy rank, which didn't have all these options, was I would just start bookmarking keywords as I saw them. Once again, I personally, until my shop really had a lot of sales, I wouldn't target these keywords. Specifically, I would target all the long tail keywords around those, just like this, like ring. This is ring dish. Where am I at here? Rings, ring dish, rings, like ring holder. Yeah, so ring holder's 50,000. I don't necessarily know that I would target ring holder per se, but I would start getting a lot of these long tail keywords and targeting them. Because like I said, with not that much competition and good pictures, you can get ranked on the first page pretty easy, in my experience. So I would start aggregating all these keywords. And saving them, and I think you can compare them and make your own lists. Right here, keyword lists. So you can create a new list, and what I would do is I would create a new list and then just start adding, and then I would whittle that list down using the what my gut told me would be better to target first. And once I had good list of keywords, so when I say good list of keywords, I mean like the one that I'm going to take to Thingiverse, or the one I'm going to take to STL Finder or Yegi or Colts 3D or whatever. I would use whatever my primary one, like let's say ring holder, to find stuff and models and whatever that I would one to sell, or use any one of the other examples. Let's go to monthly trends. I'm sure there's something on here, like Animal Crossing. I know they just came out with a huge update, so that's probably why that's pegged out. But you can see Animal Crossing has been pretty consistent in its search results, even though you got to be kind of careful because Nintendo, they they protect their IP like crazy. Harry Potter's always good sellers, but they protect their IP like crazy. You'll get a cease and desist if you use that stuff in the name. But anyway, like jewelry box. That is something that you could probably find long tail keywords to take to Etsy and find any number of things that you could use as a jewelry box. You don't even have to go to Etsy and use like jewelry box. You could just like here you could use planners and call it a jewelry box or a jewelry dish. Like this guy. Here's something that sells like crazy right there. This octopus planner. When I say sells like crazy, I mean locally. He says no commercial, but if you remember from the other videos, no commercial doesn't apply because when you go back to the original model it was remixed from, it allowed commercial. So anyway, even with that said, you could literally take this original model if you didn't want to use his no commercial, even though to me that's scummy that he's using no commercial, since the original model was commercial allowed. You could literally take this into Thingiverse and Boolean merge a cylinder through and have a planner in, or not Thingiverse, in Tinkercad. You could make this a planner in Tinkercad like 5 minutes. Basically taking a cylinder and putting it into the top. You would just take a cylinder, you would put it in the top and do a Boolean merge where the cylinder is invisible and it makes the inside planner part. It'd be super easy. So yeah, I would basically make lists and come up with a strategy. And then once I had a list of all these keywords, I would go looking on Thingiverse or STL Finder or Yagi or take your pick of your STL repository and then find models that fit sort of that criteria. And then once you were ready to list, I would do two things. I would go into, one thing you can do is you can go into Etsy. So let's like say octopus planter. You could go into Etsy and let's say that was a popular keyword and it was selling a lot. You could see like for octopus planter, someone made an articulated succulent planner. This is kind of cute too. Yeah, you got this. This guy's got a decent amount of sales. But anyway, you could actually just E-rank this thing and snatch his keywords, or you can take that octopus planner back into here and select other long tail. So you can come back in here and look through here, and you could start selecting other keywords that you think are good. 3D printed planner, window planner, face planner, pot. I am a fan of the long tail. I've always done better with long tail keywords. Long tail being usually 2 or 3 keywords or more, because they're a lot easier to rank for. And here they even say long tail keyword. Yes, get that big green. They're a lot easier to rank for. And once you're ranked for it, it's a lot easier down the line to throw in a red keyword and switch out like a lesser performing keyword using that listings. They have that keyword. I forget where it went. that keyword tracking tool was around here. Maybe it was the tag report. Yeah, I think it was the tag report where you can see how you're ranking for those keywords. And that's really it in a nutshell. Planner with saucer. It's a great keyword. It's got really low competition. It has 678 searches. So if you rank planner with saucer as your keyword and you're on, the first page, the first couple lines, you're going to get all 673 of those people with their eyes on your listing. So that's it for now. I'm gonna play around with it a little more. This is like literally since Edward hooked me up with letting me use it. It's the second time that I've jumped on, and the first time was just for a couple quick minutes, and I was shocked by all the choices. So I know it may feel like I oversimplified the keyword thing, but it's really just constantly running keywords through the ideas, and that's why you got to pay for the pro, because they used to not limit you, but I guess Etsy's charging for API pools, and this guy's passing the cost on to everybody else, rightfully so. So I think with the pro, you're limited to 200 a day or whatever. But yeah, it's just making list of keywords that you want to target, taking those keywords and organizing, I would say, them from the ones you want to start with first to last. Making sure that you're targeting those long tail keywords that I don't worry about the maybe like 2-word keywords aren't really long tail, but when you look at the competition, like Face Planner, it's got 1,208 average searches a month. And you want to look at the trend too, like how it's spread out. You want to really look for trends that last all year long instead of just seasonal. But anyway, Face Planner, it's got a pretty high click through. 1,129 people that search click through, and the competition is low. I don't even know. Let's see what shops are ranking for Face Planner. And then, on top of the taking those long tail keywords to Thingiverse, you also want to look what other people in the top listings are doing with those keywords and seeing if it's something that you can replicate. Look, this is all 3D printed shit right here. The number one listing is getting 127 daily views for this happy pot. Planners are pretty competitive in the 3D printing front, but once again, if you target those long tail keywords and you have great pictures, your listings look great. And when you make the new listing, if you followed everything else that we put out up to this point, you should get a chance. Etsy's going to put you on the front line. They're going to say, all right, Chief, here you go. Here's your chance to sell. And if you sell some, Etsy will keep you there. If you don't sell some, Etsy's going to aggregate you in the back because Etsy wants you to sell. And that kind of segues into sort of a reminder. I get hit up all the time, and this is something that drove me nuts about the old 3D printing for profit, is I would get hit up all the time about like, okay, so hey, I've been doing everything you said, and this isn't geared at anyone specific because I haven't had this really come up except for like twice recently. Not even twice, just once, I think. But anyway, where people don't know why their shop's not doing good. They're like, oh, I watched your videos, I did what you said, and I'm not selling anything. So I say, all right, well, let me take a look. I take a look at their shop, and I can always see right away what the problem is. It's either, they didn't put one listing up and get a good 10 reviews. I say shoot for double-digit reviews, get your friends and family to buy, get whoever. Get those 10 reviews. The 10 reviews will give you some authority with Etsy. They're going to also they're going to give you authority with people that are buying. Nobody wants to buy from a shop with no reviews. Get 10 reviews. If you don't have any friends to buy, go to the Facebook group and ask for people to buy and immediately refund them. You may be out a little bit on shipping because you got to ship, so Etsy gives you credit for it. Um, but yeah, just refund the orders. Pay that little bit of shipping to get it in people's hands to get the reviews. It's going to pay off in the long run. It does not cost a lot to start a new 3D printing shop on Etsy. It costs a printer, which you can get for under $200. It costs some filament, which is arguably, when you're starting off and you want to print different colors of what you're selling, could be half the price at first or more of the printer. Let's say that you at $16 or $17 a roll of filament, unless you buy the cheap stuff. You know, if you get 8 different colors to think, you could be almost at, just to stock up on that first run of filament, just as much as you pay for the printer. But cheaping out on like refunding people to buy stuff so they can leave reviews in the long run is going to hurt you. Pay that little bit. And what if you do 10 and you refund shipping? Let's say shipping's $4 a pop, so you spend $40 to get your 10 reviews, and have those reviews on your shop. After you have the reviews, have like 20 models lined up and ready to list with pictures, nice pictures. Once again, if you have garbage pictures, you're going to have people that aren't going to click through your listing. So that great click-through rate that you see, that's not going to be you because you have garbage pictures. So when people search for, let's say, that like octopus planner or whatever the fuck this was, like what was this? Face planner. If you don't have nice pictures, no one's going to want to click through. I guarantee this picture is not the best in the world, but this picture made people click through. This one made people click through. Some of these too, you'll see they'll rank 10 and they have daily views. That doesn't mean that they have daily views specifically from that keyword. There may be another keyword that they're ranked really high for, unless they change. No, see, that's the average views per listing. So this guy's probably not getting a ton of views from Face Planner. He could be, but one of these other keywords, he may be grabbing that because that's his combined daily views. But yeah, I mean, it is really that simple. In theory, the hard work is learning how to print. The hard work is, not only learning how to print, learning how to slice, learning how to print right. That is the hardest part of this whole equation. Once you got that figured out, then the hardest part is just getting your Etsy shop up and get the reviews, and get the pictures done and have like 20 listings ready to go. After having done all this, scope people's Etsy shops out, pick stuff that you think you want to sell, getting pictures done for those 20 listings, because you really want to draft all those listings and have them ready to go and sort of make them go live all at the same time. So have a sweet selection right from the jump, minus the one listing that you use to get your 10 reviews. You can put 2 listings up if you want to get your 10 reviews and switch it up, however you want to do. But don't burn any really good listings that you think are going to sell well. Save those for after you get your reviews up on 2 listings. And I mean, that's really it. It's too easy, but hard. Learn to print. Find 20 models using stuff we talked about in the other videos or this video, mimicry, however you got to find your 20 models. Being very proactive with your keywords, your keyword searching using Etsy Rank, and then finding those long tail keywords that you want to target. Ring display, there's another good one. It's very sort of seasonal. It's not really an all year round search, but I think they're getting this from Google. Oh no. Maybe they're getting it from Etsy, because this data is a mix of Google and Etsy data in some areas, and it usually tells you which is which. But yeah, it's in a nutshell. That's all I can think of right now. Once again, I think the questions that come out of this video, post in the Facebook group, and that will sort of guide me on where to take the next one, because I was kind of all over the map with this one. I didn't have any sort of agenda or plan on what to do. I just kind of noodled my way. Look at this, Meow 3D. This is a store. I remember Meow 3D way back in the day when we both had like around 3,000 sales. Now they got 20,000 sales on 70 listings, and they have their sales turned off. But look at reviews. Let's sort by newest, and we can see look, this headphone holder thing is selling good, and it's custom. I wonder how much they're selling this for. There's another idea. Headphone stand, Brent, $30. It's a good print, man. $30 for that. Black, select a style. Dude, with name is $62. If you watch to the end, there's another bonus. I would copy this listing exactly. Look at this. Heart with name, heart headphones. Yeah, I'd be putting this up on my shop. I wonder if this is already on Etsy with a customizer, because I mean, not Etsy, on Thingiverse. Headphone stand, because a lot of these you can customize them right within Thingiverse, like put a name on. That would be funny. Also, once again, not a very hard thing to model. Look at that. There's one piece. Where the fuck was this? Excuse my French. Look at that. He literally took that. Let's see if there's remixes with a bass. So he took this and just slapped a bass on it. Huh. I wonder if it's two pieces. Yep, it's two pieces. He's literally just putting the head through. Look at that. Yep, this is commercially allowed too. So all he did was he made a base for this. How about that? And he's selling them like gangbuster at that price. I'd be all over this shit. And he's customizing it, which you could customize it a couple different ways. I wonder if there's another one, or someone in the comments saying someone's selling your stuff on Etsy. Headphone stand. Anyway, I digress. You get the point. So anyone that watched this whole thing, just let me know, what you think, and what questions you have, or what I didn't cover well enough, and then I'll actually make a script and an agenda and come back and tighten the video up. All right, that's all.